So I almost went over the edge. I almost bought some AirPod Pros. I mean, it was really close there for a minute. It was a little bit sketchy. I almost convinced myself that I needed them. And it's so weird because, to be perfectly honest, I don't even like earbuds. I don't like them. I've made this a pretty big deal on my channel. So why would I pay over $200 for earbuds? They look kind of like this. I mean, they look like exactly like this, but they're $200, and these aren't. Well, look, here's the thing. I didn't buy AirPod Pros. I know it looks like I did, but I promise I didn't. And there's a lot to explain. There's a lot to go through. I have problems with this. I'll tell you what they are right after this.
This is, you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name is Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's just get into the video. I've basically documented my journey about going from Samsung to iPhone. I've done multiple videos on that. You can check them out on my channel. And it's been an interesting process. I really love the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I've talked about why I like it, why I don't like it, and all the things in between. And a lot of you have shared your opinions of that. Not all of them have been entirely positive. But thankfully for me, I have a lot of very rational people in my community. Shout out to all the people in my community. You guys are great, really amazing people, and I really love interacting with you in the comments and on Twitter and all the things. Follow me on Twitter, TravisMCP. I mean, you know. But the seduction of the Apple ecosystem is super strong. Once you get one device and then start using it with other devices, you kind of want more. And I already had a couple of Apple products. So I had an Apple TV 4K, which I've talked about on this channel before. I've reviewed it. It's, you know, maybe I'll link to it or whatever, which has been excellent. I use that to stream all my stuff to my 4K television behind me. Also, I've had the AirPad. Thanks, Apple. Thanks for the naming conventions. I've also had the iPad Pro for quite a while, and I edit all my videos that I put on my YouTube channel on it. It's fantastic, it's fast, it's amazing, I love it. And I've actually always had an iPad since the iPad 2. I believe that their tablets are just much better than Android tablets. And I've had Android tablets, they're not as good. So when you start using the iPhone and you get the integration between the Apple TV and of course the iPad Pro, you start to think, well, what other cool things are there? And everyone likes AirPods. And now the AirPod Pros are out. My knees got weak. And I started seeing people do videos of these knockoffs. These are actually knockoffs. They're not real AirPod Pros, but they look exactly the same. And what was interesting about these, I actually shot an entire video reviewing these, but I actually haven't uploaded it. Mainly for one reason. These things would never stay connected. If they did, I would actually have uploaded that video and would have said you should probably pick these up because they sound really good. Which really surprised me because, again, these are knockoffs. They're not going to be exactly the AirPod Pros. They don't have noise cancellation, but they have a lot of the features that people seem to like AirPods and AirPod Pros for some ungodly known reason. Now, AirPods have been out for a long time, and it's not like they have great sound quality. They're never really known for that. They're known for convenience. And every time I push someone who has AirPods and loves them, what that convenience is, everything they've told me has not been incredibly convincing. Like, they talk about how it's easy to pair, and it's true, they pair very easily. You lift them up and the little thing pops up and you can pair them. But so do the knockoffs. The knockoffs do the same exact thing. They pair exactly the same way. But it seems like people think that that thing, the thing you do one time, pair your phone once, is enough to pay the money for the AirPods that came out a couple years ago and the AirPod Pros. And almost got seduced because I figured if these sounded as good, or even half as good as the AirPod Pros do, I started to convince myself. This is a dangerous, slippery slope that a lot of people are going through. Let me explain. The sound quality is better than any other earbuds that I own. I own a couple, including the Galaxy Buds, and these sound better, which is nuts. Like, these aren't even the original, actual Apple ones, and they sound better. So I started thinking, well, maybe I actually do want some better sounding earbuds. I can use them at the gym, and that'd be pretty cool. And then I realized that $250 is just ridiculous. Just to kind of give you an idea, you actually can get some of the best noise canceling headphones on the market for around that price, especially when they're on sale. And you want me to get these little earbuds and put them in my ear and $250. but I almost convinced myself, and I'm actually kind of mad that I did. No, I didn't get any. And the thing is, I feel like Apple normalizes high prices. That is to say, you start to convince yourself that $250 for earbuds is okay. It's not. Why can they get 90% of the functionality in a $90 pair of earbuds or fake AirPods? I mean, they can, which means Apple can. And maybe that last little bit of noise canceling will cost them a little bit more, but it shouldn't be almost 3 times as much. It's crazy. It's a lot of money. Why are we $250? Apple, what are we doing? And I'm not hating on them. They're gonna make as much money as they can, and plus, they're only gonna charge what people will pay. The problem is people are paying. Can we just get people to stop paying these outrageous prices? Ladies and gentlemen, the problem is not Apple, it's a bunch of you watching this right now. Not me, I didn't buy them. Because as I've said it many times before, a company will only charge exactly what people will pay. And if you're paying it, they're gonna charge it. That's the way it's gonna be. This also goes for the Samsung fans out there spending an enormous amount of money on Galaxy Note 10 Pluses. I mean, the phone is great or whatever, but I mean, over $1,100, $1,200 after tax, this has gotta end. And we've seen that a lot of these devices come out a lot less expensive from these other companies. Sure, making a copy of something is gonna cost less in general, so of course they're gonna charge less. But guess what? I guarantee you, Apple and Samsung can charge less for practically everything they're selling. And the only people that will ever get them to change that is you. So I'm calling for a boycott. Stop buying these things. Make the AirPod Pros go down to $75. I mean, it's never gonna happen. But listen, we're crazy here on this channel. We going for everything. AirPods for everybody, baby. And really, to me, the only way that the industry really moves forward is we find the good balance between good product and good price. Right now, we're over-indexed on good product at a really high price, and people are paying it. So we need to gather around, talk to each other, and convince people to not buy things that are so stupidly expensive just for the Apple tax, just for the Samsung tax, just because. But what do you think? Do you think the AirPod Pros are priced appropriately? Viper, settle down. I already know you think they are. But everyone else, what do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think, and we'll talk about it. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week, having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love. Wait till they find out I ordered a watch.